First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Allah respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And hopefully by the mercy and grace of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, all those brothers and sisters that's in the truth, all the elders and apostles that's been teaching and ruling well, hopefully we part our elect. With that being said, this your brother Dewaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a new lesson. And this ain't gonna be long, man. I pulled up an article from Law and Crime due to the fact that I was looking at a video on YouTube called by the YouTube channel called Runaway Slave, and it was talking about how this so-called black man got killed by this so-called white man, but they were friends. He invited him over for a cookout, and he ended up killing him just because he wanted to kill a nigga, and this was his own words. But this just lets you know, man, we always tell our people, man, you can't trust your enemy. You can't trust these so-called white people, the Edomites of the Bible. They're going to always hate you. They're going to always have a problem. That's just the way it is, You can't trust these damn devils. Yeah, you got to work with them. You got to do certain things as a society to live. But that don't mean you don't hang out with them, kick it with them. You can't trust them. But here it is, our people always trusting these damn devils and always getting fucked. And he was just one of them. But before I sit up here and read this article, let me sit up here. I had Psalms 55 and 121 pulled up. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And this is Psalms 55:21. And yeah, these devils gonna always say, yeah, man, we cool, we friends, man, we fight on the same side, especially since they see their world crumbling down. Now it's all togetherness. Where was all that togetherness years ago? Now that you see the world is crumbling down, now all of a sudden we supposed to be friends. But even then, man, they're going to say all sorts of stuff to say they want to be cool, friendly, and all this other shit. It's not true. It's all a scam. It's all a lie. Get you to take your guard down, and before you know it, you fucked up just like this dude. But here it is. I'm going to read this script. I'm going to read this article. This is from Law and Crime, a Dan Abrams production. As you see, the article was done by Alberto Luperon. It was done April 4th, 2022. This happened a little bit less than a year ago when this happened. This is Alabama man accused of fatally beating black friend with shovel. How are they friends? Why would you call him a black friend? Waiting hours to call in cops. Prosecutors say race may have played a role. Here it is. A man allegedly beat his friend with a shovel and pipe and left the fatally injured victim to die before calling cops hours later. Morgan Daniel Barnhill, 27, attacked Etienne Murray, 25, under a belief that Murray stole something from him, according to a prosecutor in the JKRG report. Authorities suggested in court that race may have played a role in the attack, but did not elaborate. Barnhill is white. Murray was black. Barnhill bond was set at $500,000 during the hearing on Monday. He would have to serve house arrest and wear an ankle monitor if released. The Mobile County District Attorney Office did not immediately respond to a Law and Crime request for more information. Officers in Mobile, Alabama say that Barnhill lied earlier Tuesday about an unknown man trying to break into his shed. It turned out that the suspect knew Murray, authorities said. Through investigation, it was determined that the alleged victim, Barnhill, intentionally misled officers about attempted burglary on the 4300 block of Windy City Hills Circle East, officers said in statements to Law and Crime. Detectives discovered several inconsistencies in Barnhill's statement and determined he filed a false report claiming an unknown male was attempting to break into a shed on his property. Murray died from the injuries on Friday. This is an active homicide investigation, police said. Therefore, no additional details will be released at this time to protect the integrity of the investigation. The victim's mother said her son and Barnhill were friends and that Murray had even gotten an invitation for a barbecue. In her account, Barnhill claimed that Murray stole a purse. After he beat my baby, he left him there and didn't call for help, didn't try for help. Murray's mother, Linda Gale, told WTVY in a Monday report, if he would have called for help, maybe my baby would still be here. Citing Murray's wishes, the family will donate his organs. I want him to know he has shattered my world, Gale said of Barnhill. He took my baby. He didn't have to do that. If he feels like my child took something from him, why not call the police? Why not handle it the right way? Why take the Cali way out and beat my child's head and leave him there? But if you find out, I'm not going to read no more of this. But if you go into a few more articles, you'll find out that he sit up here and wanted to kill the guy anyway. He said he always wanted to kill a nigga. You know, that's what he always wanted to do. He bragged about it when they took him to jail. He bragged about it when he was in jail, and he even sent the mother not a text message, I think a voicemail, you know, saying that he meant to do it, that he wanted to do it. But those were in other articles I read, and listening to the guy on the YouTube, Runaway Slave. He had a video that he pulled up, and he did mention all that on there also, you know. But I was just trying to get an article to sit up here and let you know you can't trust these damn devils, man. You can't trust these damn devils. We tell y'all time and time again, never trust thy enemy. Let me go to Ecclesiasticus and pull that up. We always say it, never trust thine enemy. Can't trust these damn devils. Here it is. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. My thing is, man, you can't trust these damn devils. They're going to be forever wicked. Period. Just because iron rusts, that don't mean it doesn't go away. Nothing goes away. You know, it don't matter how much time go past, these motherfuckers gonna be the same motherfuckers they are in the past, they are today, they're gonna be the same fuckers tomorrow. That's exactly what they are. They're not gonna change, you know. And it just so happens that this brother, well, he found out the hard way. You know. Now he gone. Now he in the spirit world. You know, all because he trusts this damn devil. Fucking liar. You know, but we keep telling people in the times ahead right now, you can't trust nobody. We can't even trust 2/3 of our people. They full of shit. You know, as time goes on, it's gonna get real bad out here. You know, I'm gonna read down to 13. This Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember, my words and be pricked therewith. So hey, you getting warned. You getting told beforehand, man. Don't trust this goddamn devil, man. Don't put him near you. Don't keep him close to you. Keep that motherfucker far away. If you gotta deal with people, you deal with people in the world. But it ain't time to be friends with these fuckers. This Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Ain't nobody gonna pity you, man, because you've been warned, man. You've been told, hey, look, hey, it's one thing to keep things professional. If there's business, it's business. You know, hey, if it's business, it's business. If you got to deal with certain things, you deal with them. You know. But in the times we are now, you gotta keep your eyes open, man. You gotta be circumspect about your surroundings. You gotta be circumspect about the people you're still dealing with. You know, whether they be friends, family, or whatever. You gotta be circumspect. Because man, if they ain't in this truth, man, they are enemy. That's just the real thing. In the times we in now, man, truly, if people not in this truth, man, they are enemy. Like I said, if you got business dealings and stuff like that, you deal with them. You know. Here, let me sit up here and go to. Sometimes I blink, guys. So give me a second. Sometimes I'll be having things in my mind, and I'll sometimes go and just blink out. You know. I had something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was. I had a scripture in my mind, and I can't remember what it is. Give me 1 second, bros. Give me 1 second. Salakia. Sometimes you be having so much stuff going in your head, and you always have stuff picked up, and then before you know it, boom, you blank out. Oh, that's what it was. Ah, Amos. That's where I was going. Amos. I knew I had something pulled up. It's Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go to Ezekiel. I'm going to go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 35. I'm going to start at 1. This is Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord said, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, thy power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And Mount Seir, where is that? That's the place of where Esau, Edom dwelled, you know. But in this time now, you talking about against America, Babylon the Great. This is where, you know, most of your Israelites are. Most of your Jakes are over here in America, Babylon the Great. And in America, Babylon the Great, this is where a lot of these Edomites are about to be destroyed. It's over there in Jerusalem, you know. A lot of these motherfuckers about to be destroyed, man. This is the place of the Edomites, where Esau dwells. Over here in the West. These prideful fuckers. The Heavenly Father about to sit up here and lay the smack down to this place. But here's let me keep on going. This is Ezekiel 35 and 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And yeah, these damn Edomites about to catch it, man, because they sit up here and shed the blood of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American. Look what they did to Gad. Came over here and took Gad land, and look how many, who they'll call them Indians, but it's really the tribe of Gad. Look how many of them they killed. Hundreds of millions of Gadites. You know, and then take the land and sit up here and say that they found it. You know, they sit up here and bought you so-called Negroes over here, you know, to sit up here, working slave over the land, beat you, kill you, did all sorts of shit to you, and then held themselves accountable for not one person, had a perpetual hatred. And here it is, you still want to love these fuckers. Like I said before, man, we sit up here and deal with you, man, when it's business. But other than that, man, hey, I ain't got nothing to say. Rulership is about to change, and I can't wait, because I want to put a foot on your neck. Just like you've done throughout the years with us. You know, but they, like I said before, man, this was just something through the spirit, man. I was looking at this and I was like, damn. You know, here it is. You go over there, trust this motherfucker, and he hit you upside the head with a pipe and a shovel and leave you on the ground. And then lie and say you try to break into his house. And then they come to find out that this motherfucker knew you, that y'all been friends for some years. What type of bullshit is that? But with that, hey, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Allah respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we almost up out of here. And never trust your enemy, especially in the times that we in now. Don't trust these fucking devils. Don't trust nobody. You know. So with that, I like to give Kwame Asharella and a Bob. Shalom.